Coming to you live at the GAMA Trade Show at the Peppermill Resort and Casino in Reno, Nevada, Twist Gaming! Now take it away, Matt. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. This is Twist Gaming, and we are live here at the GAMA Trade Show 2019 in Reno, Nevada, bringing you all the board game coverage all week long.
Nice.
And I'm joined with the man... let me try that again. I'm joined here by the man with the best name in the biz. The one, the only, Kurt Covert. Sir, how you doing today?
Great. Doing really well. We are excited. We've got a bunch of great stuff that we're looking to show off this week, so I can't wait to get into it.
I like seeing what you bring to the table, so I'm very excited to just dive right in here. So what's first up on the docket here from Smirk and Dagger? Or is it Smirk and Laughter?
In this case, this is a Dagger game.
Okay.
So there's chock full of nastiness in this game. This is Woolly Wammoth.
Wammoth. Okay.
Because this game, you are a tribe of cavemen, and you're going to be heading down the hunting path with the intent of actually feeding your family by knocking mammoths off the edge of a cliff.
Okay.
Right.
It tenderizes the meat, too.
It does. And you're trying to do that while also trying to avoid being thrown off the cliff with them.
Right.
And that's because when we're playing cards for movement, I am trying to make sure that you sail off the edge of the cliff while I stay nice and safe.
So how are you going to make sure that you stay safe?
Indeed.
Or how are you pushing me?
Well, wherein comes the gameplay.
Okay.
So, what's going to happen is that everyone plays simultaneously. So, just for funsies, just grab one of those cards. Just pull any one at random. This is your full hand of 8 cards, and this we're going to flip, and I'll flip one too.
Okay. 2 plus 1, get mammoth.
And now add that one.
4
because
see-through. 4 plus 1.
It doesn't matter exactly how much you played.
Mm-hmm.
Our cavemen all go the total that everyone plays.
Oh.
So this right now is a total of 6 that we must move, and then we both have modifiers. Could be a +1 if we want to go that far. So
we can move 6 total plus 1 or plus 2? Because they're both plus 1?
No, because the plus only applies to you. So,
okay. So
we each have an option of 7 or 6. Now, we want to get out of sync quickly, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to take my +1.
You know, I'm going to take my +1. So we
right.
start... So
That's
this is
right there.
1,
so 1. Yep, that's
2,
the tar pit.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Right.
So what's the significance of the tar pit here?
If you end your turn there, that's bad. You don't want to end your turn there. You lose a guy.
Sounds good.
But now, what's going to happen is, as we start playing more cards, these become, no longer useful.
Mm-hmm.
They're discarded. So now our resources get more limited. Now,
so we see these cards now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is your entire hand. So now maybe I'll play this one, 2, take a break, and let's say... I'm
gonna play this one here.
All right,
so
great.
1 minus 1. You may choose to move 1 space less.
Right, and I played 2, take a break.
Okay.
And so total of 3. However, take a break means that I am not moving at all.
Ah.
I'm trying to get you to run forward off the cliff, but you played wisely. So you're going 3, 1, 2, 3, which is in these last 2 zones. So this mammoth is going to sail over the edge of the cliff.
Yes.
And you did not sail off with him. And even if you had a -1 on your card.
So I could have went 1 space back then.
Right. But now what's going to happen is, so now I didn't move at all. Your board is going to extend because you have to go farther to hunt your next mammoth.
Ah.
You're going to start back here. I'm here. Now you might play your 4 plus 1, and I'm thinking, oh no, how do I avoid going all over the cliff?
Right.
Now, every time you succeed knocking over a mammoth, you get a meat. You're trying to either get to 6 meat to win or to be the last cave clan with tribesmen left.
Okay.
So it's a fun double think, how am I going to mess with them kind of a game where the boards keep on elongating, more dangers keep on popping up like double tar pits and things you don't want to step in. And then, of course, there's also a card called, well, where did I put it? Charge. Now, Charge says that after the cave people move, the mammoths get to charge. And that's what this charge deck is for. So now I flip over this card.
Ruh-roh.
Charge 4. So now the mammoth, 1, 2, 3, 4, crushes me. So I just lost a guy. So there's a whole lot of ways to die, and just one or two ways to win, and that's kind of the fun of this game.
Gotcha. So it's a lot of take that style, messing with your opponent.
Yep, absolutely.
Eating some mammoth meat, you know.
And when you get into 3 and 4 players and trying to guess what everyone is gonna try to do to you, that's where all the fun really is.
So 3-4 players, you're adding up everyone's cards
That's
together.
correct.
Wow.
Yeah. So very often, people will start at the end and they're like, haha, first play, and everyone plays a 4, and everyone sails
runs off
the
board. If you knock the mammoth over and you sail off with it, do you still get the meat?
You still get the meat.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's an advantage. It's probably probably an extra little bit meat.
Little extra flavor.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. So, Woolly Wammoth.
Yep. So this is coming out. We'll have this in time for Origins out in June.
Okay.
And this is one that, as I have been previewing it to some of the trade folks, when they have actually started to play it, round turn 2, people are like, yeah, this is a winner, you know that. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Well, even still, we're doing the demo now. I'm just like, okay, what am I going to play next? I'm like, I don't want to stop playing to go to the next game, but at the same time, I'm excited to see what else you brought us.
Right, because I do have some other stuff, so let's just shove this over to the side.
At the same time, do we have a price point for Woolly Wammoth?
Oh, yes. So this is going to be $34, and it's got these kind of elongating boards for 4 players and all the pieces. And all the tribes are different. They all have unique powers as well.
These boards are actually really cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
All kind of nifty.
All right. And you said 2 to 4 players. Playtime is how long?
About 30 to 40 minutes. Yeah, so.
Okay, so we're doing a kind of a 180 here in terms of play style, it looks like.
Are we ever, yes. So this is a really aesthetically pleasing and beautifully designed abstract strategy game.
Very zen looking, not so much knocking mammoths off of a cliff.
I'm actually going to do this so you can be the second player here. This is really supposed to, the line drops between us.
Okay.
So, and I'll put this. This, by the way, is Shobu.
Shobu.
It is a very pure abstract strategy game. It'll put people in the mind of like the kind of thinkiness you get with like a chess or a Go.
Okay.
But you can learn it literally in like half a minute, and then it just gets really involved after the fact.
Then the thinkiness comes in.
Exactly, yeah. But you have 2 things to do on your turn, 2 moves. The first is a passive or a setup move. So I can take one of my stones on my side of the rope.
Okay.
And I'm on the white stones. And we're playing on all 4 boards, by the way. So I say I'll start with a move 1 diagonal. You can go up to 2 in any direction with your movement.
Diagonal and orthogonal.
Yep. And so, but your aggressive move, your second move, has to match the exact direction and number of spaces on the opposite color board. So
it's a very yin-yang thing going on.
Yeah, so now
here.
I can place, say, this one here.
Okay.
Now, you might, you're going to end up doing a move as well. So there we go. Now, on my next turn, now I can really be aggressive. You can push stones on your aggressive move if you've got a move to make. So if I move forward 2 here, I can take this stone now, 1, 2, and remove that stone.
No.
The goal is to remove all 4 of your opponent's stones from just one of the boards.
Oh. Okay.
And the more aggressive you get on a board, the more locked down you become. So you have to really kind of plan for... You almost play backwards. I know the move I want to make. Can I make that move on the opposite color board?
Make sure you're not pigeonholing yourself there.
Exactly. Yeah. So in this case, now that it's your turn, you can...
So my question for you is, can I only push on my second turn, or can I push on my first turn?
Only on passive first and then aggressive.
So if I wanted to move this guy off the side of the board, I couldn't just go straight here and do that.
No, you start on the opposite board here, and you do have that move available.
So I could go here.
That's right.
And then go 1, 2.
Correct, to come this way.
And then go 1, 2 and push you off the edge.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
now,
awesome.
What I can't do is I can't push 2 stones. So if those 2 stones are locked up there, I can't push
through them. Oh, they kind of defend each other.
Exactly.
Then. Okay.
Yeah. But everything else is just kind of planning and seeing how it goes. Now, let's just set up a scenario just to show you. Let's say if I was, I will set that and there, groovy, and let's say this was the case. All right, I really want to push this stone off of that board.
Right.
But right now, because of the way I played on this board, I don't have a move going 2 in this direction.
Right.
Therefore, he's safe. I can't knock him off. And you start looking and seeing, oh, where is the place they can't get me? And you start now reverse engineering your plays both aggressively and passively.
That's really cool.
It's an amazing game. It plays in about, 30 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
20 to 30 minutes. And it's just a wonderful, head-crunchy game.
I really like the fact that we could have these thinky-style games that, one, you could pick up super easy.
Yeah.
And two, don't have such an extended playtime.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be able to sit down and strategize, but not burn yourself out on it.
Yeah.
So I definitely appreciate that. This is really cool, though. I enjoyed this a lot.
And the aesthetics on it are really great. This is actually what it's going to look like. It's going to have these wooden boards, cotton rope, river stones as your pieces.
Very natural feel to it.
Yes, exactly. And it's something that I have yet to actually find a starting move that you must make or you lose.
Right.
It doesn't seem to have one because you find yourself having to play on it's almost like multi-dimensional chess.
Yeah.
Because you have to think on all 4 planes at the same time, and it's quite a challenge.
Very cool. So where can we find, when and where can we find Shobu?
So this is going to be in July. We'll probably have a couple previews at Origins, but July is really when it's going to hit retail, and it's going to retail for $30.
Okay, and this is another of the Smirk and Laughter line.
This is Smirk and Laughter.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Very cool.
And then I've got one other thing that I think I at least talked about previously.
You did, and I'm very excited to try it out now because from what you told me, this sounds like it's going to be fun.
Indeed. All right. So, and you may recognize the illustrations. I don't know if you can see. Maybe you can put that on the camera a little bit.
Let me put it
work?
right here. I could do that. Boop, boop.
So the illustrations on this box may look familiar. It's the animator from Dr. Kat's Family Therapist.
Yes, I couldn't put my finger on it, and
Yep.
I'm just like, this looks so familiar.
That's exactly what it is. So in any case, this is a game of you're staging these ridiculous interventions for absurd problems.
Okay.
So think about, you are like you're the person who's come into the room. You've got friends and family all around you. They're all staring at you.
This is my worst nightmare, Kurt.
Exactly. So let's say it's me. I don't know what my problem is. Here, you can put it on the camera.
All right.
But everyone else knows what my problem is. And now they have to go ahead and gently get me to understand what this problem is without completely giving it away. You've got to be oblique.
Okay.
Right? So, for example, in round 1, it's a 1 or 2 word topic that helps clue me in. So, we have to talk about
1 or 2 words. You're
1 or
saying
2
here.
words,
Okay.
yeah.
We have to talk about your charity.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Okay. And then we keep on going around the table, and I'm getting little pieces from everyone else, and someone else says, "Yeah, we need to talk about your cheapness." I'm like, "My cheapness? Cheapness and charity? Well, I'm not." Okay. What's going on? Now, eventually in round 2, if I haven't guessed it. And by the way, every time you give me a good response, and everyone at the table is like, "Yeah, that was a good clue," I give you one of my 1 points. I got this massive pile of 1 points.
Okay.
That is my score pile. It becomes 2 points in your pile. Oh, look, it becomes purple.
Okay. Yeah, and it matches. Look at that. Ta-da!
And then if I think I know, and I'm going to guess your clue, I'm going to give you another 2 points.
Oh.
Right? So you want the clue to be good. But if I guess on your clue, all your points go away. So you've got to be oblique.
So I want you to have confidence, but I want you to be wrong.
Right. And
Okay.
you want someone else to to have guessed on their turn. So if they do a great clue, you're like, "Oh my God, yes, thank you for bringing that up." So now round 2 is the emotional appeal. So now you can spend a whole paragraph talking about how does this problem impact our relationship together, dude. I can't even go into The problem is convenience stores, really. I feel like we're going to get thrown out every time. It's embarrassing. And I'm scratching my head. Round 3, if I still don't get it, is offer a solution. You know what?
Oh,
maybe
okay.
carry change with you. How about that?
Yeah.
So, and there are this, you're going to showcase some of those.
So this is a party game here. How many
Yes.
players is this?
4 to 8 players.
Okay.
Yep. And this is going to be another one that's, there we go.
Uncontrollable interpretive dancing.
Sure. Yep. Could be a problem.
Obnoxious use of the book was better.
Yep. We know a couple people like that.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Annoyingly digs for toy surprises in all boxes of food.
Yeah. Can we talk about Purell?
Oh, man.
So, it's just it's a riot to see people kind of role play their relationships as if their friends and family really had these problems, and that's really the fun of the game is seeing the people trying to earnestly say, something. It's a real problem for me that when I go into not just the cereal, right? When I go into try to get pasta, when I try to find grapes out of the bag, I mean, everything has your fingerprints all over it. It's disgusting.
I mean, now I wish they put prizes in in pasta boxes.
Right? Wouldn't that be great?
They should do that now. Oh, man. Yeah, so I have to ask, though, which is your favorite one of these We Need to Talk cards?
So many good ones. Actually, one is lives in the wizarding world 24/7. We got to talk about that.
No, that's something we probably should talk about, yeah.
And then, just in case, sometimes they're really, really close to guessing, but it's not quite right. How do you clue them in a way that is really understandable and easy? Well, you can just kind of, as a group, slide your guess a little bit to the cold, a little bit to the hot. Very simple mechanic, but it's just really what the doctor ordered and to help people get there. The problem is if you cannot get them to guess by the end, nobody gets any points. So eventually you got to get them there.
Want them to guess it
Yes,
then,
eventually. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's a very tight line you have to walk in order to not give them too much information, but make sure that they guess it, just not on your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's interesting is all this point system, technically you don't really need points to play this game because it's just a lark anyway, but it's amazing. People definitely want to help you. If you don't tell them, oh, you're going to lose your points, they're just going to give it away.
Yeah.
And then if you say, oh, wait, no, you can't because there's a rule you're going to get. Oh, I don't want to do that. All right, I got to be tricky now. All right, I see.
Yep. Just a way to get people to play along nicely then. Yeah. Very cool. Kurt, anything else coming out from Smirk and Dagger, Smirk and Laughter that you wanted to talk about? Maybe give us some behind-the-scenes info here?
I do have some things that I'm sure as we get closer to the convention year here, come August, we're going to have 2 other titles, one of which is a complete reboot of Cutthroat Caverns.
Ooh.
We are doing a soup to nuts revamping of it. All the art is changing and so much better.
So ground up. Some rules changes. We're going to enhance some of the creatures. We got complaints for years about the glass beads sliding off the tracker board. So taking care of all of that. Everything that we really had wanted to do the game forever, we're finally doing. Awesome.
So that'll be in August. Also, we've got The Menace Among Us.
What is The Menace Among Us? Besides a tongue twister.
Indeed. It's a sci-fi hidden traitor game that relies more on gameplay than the meta game, if that makes sense. So it's more what you do, not how you accuse players that really matters. Though there is some of that too.
Of course.
Think about it as like playing like Battlestar Galactica with cards and doing it in about 40 minutes. That's kind of the zest of the game.
Right.
Your ship is in trouble. It's got no energy. The engines are blasted, and you've got only limited air. You're trying to increase the energy without exhausting all the air before you all die.
Okay.
And, of course, there are traitors on board trying to kill you all.
Oh, of course.
And a coward that is a turncoat and just wants to stay alive. He doesn't care what side he wins with. But it's got shuffle building, so you've got an agenda deck based on what you're trying to achieve, and you get to then choose a character that's going to help you do that with the set of cards that they get and their special abilities. You shuffle those cards together, and that is your unique playable deck for that game.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really elegant. It's a lot of sneaky underhandedness, but it's all in the gameplay, and I think that's what I really love about it. Eventually you do have to accuse and route out the traitors, but
It's not from the get-go.
it's not from the get-go. You're not making blind accusations, and if you do, you really risk blowing more air out the airlock. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that it penalizes you from kind of... Because, I've played those sorts of hidden identity games
Yeah.
where right from the get-go, you're just like, oh, yeah, you're the traitor. It's him. And it's
Yeah.
just like, okay.
Yeah.
But no, I like the fact that there's a mechanism there to prevent that from happening and that's not the sole focus
Yeah.
of the game. That sounds really cool.
Yeah. So both of those will be coming in August. I am just super excited about this entire year of games, and they're so different. And I think nowadays I'm able to try a lot of different games that I never have been able to publish before. So
Right.
so it's exciting to me to constantly switch hats and be party game and abstract and backstabby
Yeah.
and everything else. So yeah.
All right, Kurt, thank you so much for joining us today. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thank all of you for watching at home. Stay tuned as we bring you more coverage throughout the week here at GAMA 2019. Signing off for now, though, I'm Matt. Have a good one.